Thanks for tuning in to the Property Show. Over the next 60 minutes, we'll take your calls, your emails and help you identify the best bets in property across the country. Let's tell you what we're going to start with. Smart investment options in Navi Mumbai and the IT city, Bengaluru. Budget 50 to 60 lakh rupees. And take up your budget to a whopper 3 crores. Guess where we'll take you? Millennium City, Gurgaon, and get you a list of the best or the toppest high-end property options. We'll also take you to Chennai in South and Ulve in Navi Mumbai to scout out for some hot property investments. And Delhi's farmhouse culture is all set for a makeover with the Delhi Development Authority's new farmhouse policy. What does it mean for the Aam Aadmi? A special report on the show. Okay, that's quite a lineup, so I'm going to start right away. Welcome Amit Saxena on the show. Amit, hi, good to have you. Go ahead, what's your question?
Hi, Samit Manisha. I'm calling from Bombay. I'm an IT professional working in Powai location. I've been based in Bombay for quite a long time, 4 to 5 years. I'm more looking to settle down here in Bombay. My budget is around 50 to 60 lakhs and I was looking actually for a 2 BHK flat project. Somehow on Western Suburb, which I know it is next to impossible. I've been staying in Malanpur rent for almost 2 to 3 years. Then scrolling down some locations between this belt when I didn't got much relevant information. I went into looking at Dahisar, Ghodbunder Road and New Bombay project. So my question is actually between this, my budget of 60 lakhs. Does it look any option for me to settle down between some Kandivali, Borivali or mixed two, even in Dahisar or whatever now touching heights for the rate. So can you suggest me any other project or I need to actually look more towards this Ghodbunder Road project, Dahisar projects or New Bombay projects in Thane?
Alright, now within Mumbai, Ghodbunder and do you think that's feasible or do you think he'll have to step out a little bit? Because he's also wondering whether 50 to 60 lakh budget is enough, Sameer.
He's actually right. To buy a 2 BHK in the preferred locations that he's chosen, which is from Powai to Kandivali, is just not possible. The prices over there are ranging from 8,000 rupees a square feet to 16,000 rupees a square feet. Between Thane and Navi Mumbai, we would definitely recommend you to look at Navi Mumbai, and within Navi Mumbai we would be recommending Kharghar to you. It's an area which is better planned and developed than Thane, and with respect to your budget, I think that would be the best location that you should consider. Thane is considered to be now one of the most planned areas by CITCO. It is emerging as an educational hub in Navi Mumbai, besides being having proximity to all the Belapur district, which is a business district over there. The unavailability of land over there is also improving this area into a more premium market. There is that famous Central Park over there, which is over 80 hectares, which will do very well for this micro market. So coming back to the key data points, Kharghar, it is for you. And if you look at the total number of projects, 85, 9,799 units. Inventory overhang is 15 months, so which is safe, which is with respect to projects getting completed by 2014. The weighted average price is 5,800 rupees a square feet, which falls well within your budget for a 2 BHK. 39% price appreciation over the last 3 years, so 13% compounded on an annualized basis. Recommendations from our side: Arihant Sharan by Arihant Superstructures in Kharghar. This is 5250 rupees a square feet, getting ready in 2012, available from the developer. Then we have Bhumi Trivus by Gajra Group, Kharghar, again 5500 to 6000 rupees a square feet, getting ready in 2013, available from the resale market. And lastly, Royal Residency by Platinum Group in Kharghar, 5200 to 5500 rupees a square feet, getting ready in 2013, also available from the resale market. Alright,
Amit, so here's a summary for you. Kharghar has done extremely well on pricing front as well. 39% appreciation over last 2.5 years, which translates to a healthy, I think about
13% compounded,
14, yes,
annualized, which is very good.
Which is pretty decent. So a summary of the projects: Arihant Sharan by Arihant Superstructures. Go ahead and take a look at this project. Bhumi Trivus Gajra by Gajra Group. There's also Royal Residency Platinum Group. So 3 projects for you to look into before you take your final decision. Alright, let's welcome in our next caller. Vikas Agrawal is on the phone line. Hi Vikas, go ahead, shoot your question.
Hi Manisha, how are you?
I'm good, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Okay, my question is actually I've been following this program for quite some time, and I find it really informative.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, actually I had booked a villa in Unitech's eSpace Premier in Nirvana Country 2 in February 2011. So I wanted to know what are the future prospects of this project. I had booked it purely for investment purposes. Things like what should be my time horizon, should I stay invested or should I sell it? So I wanted these things from you.
All right. The project hasn't appreciated much, and I think that is his biggest concern, Vikas's concern.
Yeah, actually, it hasn't appreciated very much, but still given a 11% return.
But that's not enough for
from
anybody
Gurgaon
in Gurgaon.
standards, yes, it
You
hasn't.
spoiled everybody.
But 2011 was probably not the best time to buy real estate. It was the point at which property prices had kind of peaked, and especially the emerging areas of Gurgaon, and there were a lot of developers launching. Unfortunately, Sector 71 has some issues with it. One is that there is a sewage treatment plant that is operational over there, which is always a potential deterrent for future appreciation in this area. Also, connectivity to the golf course extension road at this point in time does not exist. This has been in a completely investor-driven market, and now today investors are not as much in the market as they used to be in 2010, 2011. So really speaking, our advice to you would be to look at an exit, because today it's at 3 crore rupees, and I don't see much price appreciation happening with respect to this project over the next 2.5 years. This is a Unitech project. Unitech is going very slow on construction with all their existing projects, so that is a little bit of an area of concern as well. Having said that, even if you were to break this down, this pricing down of 240 yards, effectively you're paying 1 lakh rupees a yard for this location, whereas you can get excellent plotted development, say within South City 2, which is another Unitech project, completely well inhabited, livable at 70,000-75,000 rupees a yard. So it's already 25,000 rupees a square yard more expensive. It is at a much inferior location. So our recommendation for you would definitely be an exit and look at apartments, because A, you will get bank leverage, B, that they will tend to appreciate a little bit more than this project at least. So because they'll be at much better locations. So we've got some apartment recommendations for you on the golf course extension side. Sector 58 to 67 is Sector 67 is our chosen micro market for you. Total project 16,6911 units. Inventory overhang is 5 months only over here. And the other option that we have for you is Dwarka Expressway, because it's an investment for you. 109 to 113 is slightly long term, but still would do better than this location. Total project 7 here, 2,331 units. Inventory overhang only 8 months. The luxury market on the golf course extension side is 8,995 rupees a square feet, whereas on the Dwarka Expressway side is 6,024 rupees a square feet. Price appreciation 45% over the last 3 years on the Dwarka Expressway side, and golf course extension has been about 55%, translating to a 15% and 18% on a compounded annualized basis. The recommendations from our side: Enigma by Indiabulls Real Estate, 7,000 rupees a square feet, pricey but ultra luxury project and getting ready in 2014, available from the developer. Antriksh Deal by Antriksh Group, 5,800 rupees a square feet. 2015 is the completion year. This is on pre-launch stage right now. Availability is from the developer. And Heritage One project that is doing very well, Conscient Infrastructure, Sector 62, 6,800 rupees a square feet, getting ready in 2014. Construction is well in progress, available from the developer. And if you were to look at the weighted average price of golf course extension, luxury is 8,995. So these projects are much lower than the weighted average price of the market.
All right, that's fairly robust analysis, Sameer. Vikas, 58 to 67 on golf course extension, that's the first area that you should be looking at. Even certain sectors in Dwarka Expressway would work out to be better than the project that you are sitting on right now. So exit, and here's what you should go ahead and buy in case you like any of this. Enigma, Indiabulls Real Estate is the first project. Antriksh Deal by Antriksh Group is the second one on our list. And there's Heritage One, Conscient Infrastructure as the third one. I'm surprised though, I mean, a developer would actually launch plotted development at a much higher price in a new sector compared to, let's say, what you said, Unitech South City.
What happened was with
and
this
there would still be takers.
Yeah, I'll tell you the reason why. I think there was Nirvana Country 1, which was by Unitech again in South City 2, which enjoys a fantastic premium because it's a gated community, and Unitech wanted to replicate that project. That's why it's called Nirvana Country 2.
Right.
And people got completely sold into that concept irrespective of the location, and they bought the project was sold overnight with respect to the prices that is completely crazy with respect to the pricing that was
So
happening
it's
at
just the
that point in
brand
time.
premium of the first
It's
project
the
that they
first
extracted.
project that they thought will get replicated, and that's really what led to the sale, and then the markets just didn't allow it because there's no infrastructure there.
No infrastructure. So very, very important. Location that you go and buy in is extremely important. You have to evaluate it from the perspective of social infrastructure, physical infrastructure. Yes, the developer name matters, but more than that, go ahead, look at the locality. And you know what? Buying on just broker recommendations and on those SMSs, there's tons of people who keep calling me up and saying, shall I buy that particular project by so-and-so developer, not to name any developer. I'm saying, okay, it's a very good developer, it's a hugely branded developer, but hold on, go and see the location.
Very
Go
important.
ahead and see what are you going to buy, even if it's an
Also,
investment, you're putting in 2.5, 3 crores,
What happens
even
is
50 lakhs.
mostly investors get lured because of those pre-launch discounts, which is what they have to be extra careful about. That they need to understand demand, supply, they need to understand location, they need to understand what the developer is up to, because Unitech has been going through huge issues with respect to execution. So this project that was launched 2.5 years ago hasn't even started construction literally.
And because bought it in 2011 when the company was already in a big soup. Anyway, next up, the Delhi Development Authority has recently passed a new set of guidelines for farmhouses in the capital, replacing a 50-year-old archaic policy. A quiet farmhouse in the lush tranquil greens of Delhi is every Delhiite's dream. But how much will this new policy change Delhi's farmhouse market? Will it finally make it affordable? And where exactly? Vasudha Sharma reports.
Open your doors to a life of luxury and opulence. Delhi's farmhouse culture, till now the reserve of the city's creme de la creme, is set for a makeover with the Delhi Development Authority's new farmhouse policy. DDA has proposed that farmhouses of a minimum plot size of 1 acre be allowed as against the previous ceiling of 2.5 acres. The policy also calls for a higher floor area ratio of 809 square meters as against the 100 square meters allowed earlier. Once this policy gets notified by the Urban Development Ministry, existing farmhouse owners can expect to rake in the moolah with their prime properties.
Taking out, disposing of 1 to 1.5 acres of land and still retaining that 1 acre and giving it a legal status, and giving the next person who buys that 1.5 acre from them also a legal status. And at the same time they've unlocked money as well.
The farmhouse demand has been held back because there was not enough supply and overall they were illegal, but now that's been clarified, you'll find that this whole game will change completely.
With the new relaxed norms, resale farmhouses of Mehroli or Chhatarpur are likely to see a sharp jump in prices. But you can still fulfill your desire to live in a sprawling farmhouse by buying raw land. The Delhi Master Plan has reserved 11,000 hectares under a green belt along the border of the National Capital Territory. And new farmhouses can only come up in this green belt. Out of the 15 zones that divide Delhi, P2, N, L, K2 and J are the new development areas that are flanked by these green belts. Zone K2, located in southwest Delhi, is made up of Dwarka sub-city, but the green belt here is relatively small. Zone P2 in North Delhi already has many unauthorized colonies, and experts advise the green belt bordering this zone is not the best option. Farmhouses in green belt of Zone J in South Delhi are classified as a premium product. Given the connectivity to NH8, prices here range from 25 to 30 crores an acre. Experts believe that land rates in Zone L and N will see a greater quantum of jump than the already high-priced farmhouses in Zone J. Raw land in Zone L in West Delhi costs between 2 to 4 crores an acre. And with a huge green belt of over 22,900 hectares, 2 urban extension roads that connect the Dwarka Expressway, experts are bullish on the returns this area will generate. Land rates in the green belt in Zone N of Northwest Delhi range from 1 to 1.5 crores an acre. And given that the zonal plan permits super tall buildings with an FAR double that of Zone L, the returns on your investment could again be solid. Making the ultimate style statement with your own farmhouse in the capital may have become easier, But this largely unorganized market could throw up a few surprises for you. Experts advise that your topmost priority should be to check for a clear land title. Documents that show proof of mutation, that is transfer of title from one to another, must be checked. Also check for the zonal plans on the DDA website to make sure that the land that you're buying is not notified as a government project. But while owning a farmhouse is a symbol of prestige, you should be ready to build your own infrastructure like water supply, electricity cabling and roads from scratch. Experts advise that buyers must wait for the real mature pricing to emerge within 6 to 12 months of the policy coming into effect. Vasudha Sharma, Indie TV.
Managing farmhouses isn't really an easy task. You need a whole army of helpers to keep it going. So even with farmhouses perhaps now becoming more affordable or will become more affordable, I think it's still going to be a status symbol only for the rich. Call us if you have a question or write into us at property@ndtv.com. Up next, what do we have? Options for upper end homes in Chennai, ticket size ₹1 crore and smart investment options in the IT city Bengaluru. Stay with us. We're taking questions and emails from across the country to make sure you take the best decision with the biggest money purchase of your life. That's property. Rekha Balasubramaniam is our next caller. Rekha, hi, go ahead. How can we help you?
Yeah, hi Manisha. Hi, hello sir. Actually I'm planning to invest in a 3 BHK which is like 1,825 square feet in Prestige Bella Vista Porur, Chennai, which is costing around 1 crore. And this project I believe is going to have around approximately 2,600 flats in a 25 acre of land. So I just wanted to know, like, is this land free of any dispute, and how is it going to be in future, the appreciation and its rental income, how is it going to appreciate in future after 2-3 years?
All right, fair enough. So we've done an extensive discussion on Porur. Our reporters have also filed stories from there. It seems to be an upcoming good locality of Chennai.
Absolutely.
And should hold good investment potential.
I completely agree with you. I think Porur, along with the Pudamalli Road, has become the Chennai's SBD, and it's 3.5 kilometers from the DLF IT Park. There are many more IT parks like L&T Infotech, Giant Tech Park as well, which is very close by. So there are about 50,000 people plus working over there, and we always have been saying on the show that wherever there is employment generation, employment zones, properties tend to appreciate a lot. This Bella Vista project is jointly being developed by Prestige Group and Chennai-based Ratha Group. This is Prestige's first project in Chennai. It's one of the best developers of Bangalore. This project was launched in 2012 at 4,200 rupees a square feet. Today it's trading at 5,100 rupees a square feet. So the developer is very good. The location of this project is very good. So you could look at this project. We've also shortlisted one more project for you, which is at an equally good location, if not better, and slightly cheaper. The reason why we are a little concerned is when we come to the weighted average price. The weighted average price of the market over here is a little bit lesser. So appreciation from a long-term point of view may not be that high, but rental return and a prestigious project that it will become will definitely be there.
And I think it's okay to pay a little bit of a premium for a brand and a good quality construction.
And that's really up to you as to how much premium.
I know, but spell out for us, what's the market looking like in
I'll just share with you the total projects are 24. Total supply is 2,658 units. Inventory overhang is very safe, 9 months. This is with respect to projects getting completed by 2014. The weighted average price is 4,300 rupees a square feet. Now, this project was 5,100, but this was launched at 4,200, very close to the weighted average price of the market. Price appreciation has been decent, 20% over the last 2.5 years, but this area should do well in the long term, 6.68% on a compounded annualized basis. The other project that we can recommend for you is Ocean Chlorophyll by SPRRG in Porur. This is 4,800 rupees a square feet, 300 rupees a square feet cheaper. This is equally good. 2014 is the completion year, and it's available from the developer.
All right, so Rekha, we're actually recommending your project for anybody who has the crore of rupees willing to invest in Chennai and looking at Porur area specifically. Bella Vista Prestige Group is the first project which Rekha has shortlisted, which you could also go ahead and look at. Comes at a slight premium, but then that could just be the quality, so you'll have to decide on that. The other project is Ocean Chlorophyll by SPRRG. Okay, next up, this is an email which has come in from Shauna Ghoshal. He says, I want to buy a 3 BHK home in Bangalore within the range of 50 to 60 lakh. This is mainly for end usage and for investment. Can you please suggest the best locations and projects? I would want possession in 2014. 50 to 60 lakhs, Bangalore 2014. So, Yelahanka, that's where you're going to take him?
Always. Whenever there's employment generation, and this budget actually.
The budget
so we could have gone
yes.
actually
He could have gone to the Whitefield side, but
yes.
he'll have to stick to the
so
north.
We've got Whitefield for him as well. So
Okay.
Whitefield, Yelahanka, Uttarahalli are the three locations that we would recommend purely because of their proximity to IT zones. The infrastructure initiatives coming up over there. For example, Yelahanka has got the Dodla-Bullapur road, which is emerging as an important destination in North Bangalore, and this is an affordable market compared to other areas in North Bangalore, which have appreciated a lot more. Then the upcoming Bangalore Metro in these areas is going to provide a lot of connectivity, especially in the area of Whitefield, which will benefit Whitefield a lot. And there's going to be signal-free corridors. There are 5 signal-free corridors to be executed by BBMP. Over here, there are enough technology parks, and Uttarahalli is an area close to Kanakpura Road and ORR, so it enjoys IT proximity, and it's close to the nice corridor. So that is another area that is very important from an infrastructure point of view. If you were to look at the key data points, Yelahanka 12 projects, Whitefield 17, Uttarahalli 9. Inventory overhang 19 months in Yelahanka, 16 months in Whitefield, and 13 months in Uttarahalli. Total units 2858 in Yelahanka, Whitefield 2745, and Uttarahalli 1859. This is with respect to all projects getting completed by 2014. This is the mid segment. Weighted average price 3282 in Yelahanka, Whitefield is 3385, and Uttarahalli is 3399 rupees a square feet. So more or less similar pricing over here. Price appreciation, Whitefield has done the best, actually 39% over the last 2.5 years. Yelahanka is 19%, and Uttarahalli is still to catch up at 6%. So there could be an opportunity there. So compounded annualized basis, Yelahanka 6.42, Whitefield about 13% and Uttarahalli about 1.99%. Recommendations: Ramki 1 North Phase 2 by Ramki. This is in Yelahanka, 2940 rupees a square feet. 2014 is the completion year, available from the developer. DSR Greenfields by DSR Infrastructure in Whitefield, 2013 is the completion year and available from the developer. Mantri Alpine by Mantri Developers, Uttarahalli, 3590 rupees a square feet is the price. 2014 is the completion year and still available from the developer.
Alright, so 3 projects there, Shaunak. There's one in Yelahanka, the other one is in Whitefield, and the third one is in Uttarahalli. In your budget, 50 to 60 lakh, and you will get them by 2014 or before that. Ramki 1 North Phase 2 by Ramki Group, DSR Greenfields, DSR Infrastructure, and Mantri Alpine by Mantri Developers. Talking about Bangalore, or actually many other metros of India, new residential project launches in the second quarter of this year fell 44% across India, according to a recent report. Cities like Bangalore and Mumbai led the slide. Will things come back on track soon, or is this looking like a long dry spell? P.S. Balakrishnan reports.
With the economic indicators in India showing signs of a slowdown, the residential property market too witnessed a similar trend in new project launches. According to a recent report by Cushman and Wakefield, residential property launches declined by nearly 44% to 17,500 units in the second quarter of 2012. Mumbai led the fall with a 73% drop in new property launches, followed by Bangalore at 67%. Chennai, Kolkata and the NCR region too saw similar trends. But Pune and Hyderabad bucked the trend and saw an increase in new launches. Analysts say excess supply in certain markets have caused developers to hold back fresh launches.
I think few launches have kind of, brought the supply in tandem to demand, because there are a few cities, and Bangalore being one of them, where we've always seen excessive supply. So given the overall scenario, given certain cities where the demand is not the same, I think developers have also taken an outlook where they said that they may go a little slow.
According to the report, demand remained steady in the second quarter across these cities, with prices firming up. For example, in Bangalore, mid-segment properties in Southwest and North Bangalore saw the highest appreciation of 10 and 13% respectively. Developers admit there is some caution among high-end buyers, but the demand in the mid and affordable housing segment is buoyant.
In the luxury segment, yes, people are waiting and watching, because I think for people who want to buy 80, 90 lakh home, they also look at how the interest rates will pan out. And I think every time the credit policy is being rolled out, they're hopeful that 50 basis points might come down. But for a project, I have seen people sit on the fence and book in. But in the premium affordable segment, there has been no let go of the number of people who buy.
Developers are confident the slow trend of new launches will reverse in the third and fourth quarter with a slew of launches, especially around the festive season. But they warn the price rise could be well above 20% with rising input and labor costs. In Bangalore, Balakrishnan, NDTV, Profit.
Data like this really makes us wonder if real estate is staring at a real slowdown. So that's a topic of debate on Thursday. That's at 7 p.m. How real is the slowdown in real estate? Is it going to lead to prices going up or down? And what should you be deciding in terms of your house purchase? Next up, we'll come back and visit Navi Mumbai and evaluate key projects in that region. Thank you so much for staying with us on the Property Show. Navi Mumbai in Mumbai region has overtaken the main Mumbai city when it comes to construction and real estate activity. Mega infrastructure projects are being planned and new micro markets are coming up. Amongst these, Ulve has emerged as one of the most promising and affordable areas in Navi Mumbai. Here's a report that gives you a roundup on Ulve and tells you what you should be careful of while investing here.
Kharghar, Panvel and Belapur are the most popular choices among home buyers who are looking to buy a property in Navi Mumbai. But while shortlisting projects, one may miss out on other micro markets which are way more affordable and have better infrastructure. One such area is Ulve.
Ulve is a planned node, as SIDCO has developed the other node like Kharghar, etc. There is a proportionate distribution of open spaces, amenities. Roads are designed as per the standards, road width, it has got a sewage system, central water supply system. So all the infrastructure amenities are planned and provisioned.
Given its proximity to Jawaharlal Nehru Port and the proposed special economic zone by Reliance, Ulve offers good employment opportunities. To improve rail connectivity, Indian Railway is building 2 stations in this area. The international airport is located in Ulve, and the proposed trans-harbour link which will connect Navi Mumbai and Mumbai is barely 5 kilometers away from the node.
The distance from Palm Beach Road is say hardly 3 to 4 kilometers, which is very much near if you compare from any other area. Like after Kharghar, after Panvel, the areas become too far from Vashi. This would be comparatively much nearer.
Property rates in Ulve are quite economical in comparison to nearby areas like Kharghar and Nerul.
See, if we can compare this Nerul, CBD Belapur and Seawood, which is very much nearby to Ulve, the rates of Ulve are almost 50 to 60% less as compared to these areas.
Despite moderate demand and bottlenecks in infrastructure projects, developers are building projects aggressively in Ulve, keeping future growth on mind. Although currently more than 50% apartments booked in Ulve are unoccupied.
I'm not sure if I'll be moving out to that area anytime soon. I mean, it is completely deserted now. There are no commercial developments now. I'll keep it for some time and would like to sell it before 5 years, or may move out into that after 5 years. And I know many of my friends who are trying to do the same, either sell it or I think they'll move it much later.
Experts caution if you do zero in on Ulve, be careful about the quality of construction and the builder's track record.
Since most of these developments are done by developers which doesn't have a long history of development, the developers, or some of them are maybe first time developers. So there is definitely quality issue. So a buyer need to be very careful and particular about a particular project.
According to the analyst firm JLL, since most infrastructure projects are coming up in the vicinity of Ulve, property prices are expected to increase 35 to 40% in the next 2 years. Experts also believe that after the construction of the international airport and trans-harbour link, Ulve may steal the show from Kharghar and Panvel to become the #1 real estate destination of Navi Mumbai. With Satyaveer Singh in Mumbai, Arjun Chaudhary for NDTV Profit.
Alright, we're going to stay with Ulve because we've got our next caller who has a question for this region, Aditi Mukherjee. Hi Aditi, welcome to the show. Go ahead, what's your question?
Hello Nikita, my question is, I've been thinking of investing in Swaraj Kingston Ulve project. It's a 2 BHK apartment and it's a 1134 square feet priced at 78 lakhs. Now my question is the project underpriced, overpriced or adequate? And I would also like to know the appreciation percentages by the time it is completed. Also, if you could suggest whether it will be a good investment from the point of view of resale or residency purpose. Thank you.
Alright, so Swaraj Kingston, well, rental I don't know because as per our correspondent story, Sameer, there are lots of vacancy in that area. People are buying there, but it's not necessary if they're moving there and living there. I mean, there's a huge amount of vacancy in terms of occupancy.
Yeah, I think Navi Mumbai is considered to be an investor-driven market as we speak right now. There is a lot of vacancy there. There's a lot of supply coming up over there. Navi Mumbai has actually overtaken Mumbai in terms of development in real estate. But having said that, Swaraj Builders is one of the renowned builders of Navi Mumbai. Swaraj Kingston is one of the most prominent projects in Ulve. It has great amenities that the project could ever offer. The project is located actually to the under construction Bamandori railway station, so that's the only one reason why I think that this project could still command some kind of a rental value, because it's close to always projects close to a railway station always do much better in terms of rental. It's also well connected via the Palm Beach Road and Mumbai-Pune Expressway. The price of the project is about 4,950 rupees a square feet, and with the additional charges you rightly pointed out it's 78 lakhs. That's the only real concern. It's on the higher side of the market, but always an upcoming market and has seen development over the past few years. It has a good appreciation potential, and there are upcoming infrastructure developments also that are planned for that area. But I'll share some key data points over here with respect to this market. 121 projects, so a lot of supply, 5,444 units, 11 months in the inventory overhang, so that's safe with respect to projects getting completed by 2014. The weighted average price is 4,400 rupees a square feet. So that's where the only concern is, that this project is 550 rupees a square feet higher than the weighted average price of the market. But again, because the developer is good, the projects well located and the amenities are great. 48% price appreciation over the last 3 years, translating to about 16% on a compounded annualized basis. So always done very well with respect to price appreciation and low base. Don't expect this kind of appreciation to happen in the near future. It will definitely come down because the oversupply situation in the overall Navi Mumbai market, and Mumbai not really doing that well so far as we speak. So I think project is good, you could look at it. Price appreciation will be limited, but if you're going for a good project, this is one of them.
Okay, so that's the answer. Go ahead, Aditi. The project that you've shortlisted is a good one. Price appreciation in the past has been extremely positive, very strong for Ulve, but going forward, don't expect that kind of a price appreciation. I mean, this is looking like 20% plus. It's been a fabulous market, that means, in the last 2.5 years, 48%.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a very strong market trend, but going forward, maybe it could be a little more tempered, but not too much. I mean, if a market is so strong and there's not too much inventory overhang, that's too much for supply in that market, even if it's being bought by investors, it should do well for you. Alright, let's move to our expert segment, and today in this segment we're going to cover a unique program between National Housing Bank and KfW, a German development bank, on promoting energy efficient housing in the country. The basic purpose of this program is to drive energy efficiency through design, materials, shading equipment, that's ACs, lighting fixtures, and all of this. What does it do? It results in electricity saving, better ventilation, better day lighting, improved thermal comfort, better street lighting. So all of that, imagine if you could buy a house like that and at a price or home loan where you actually get a discount for buying green home. Is that happening in the country? Yes, it is. Tanmay Tathagat He's Chief Executive of Environmental Design Solutions. He's with us here in the Delhi studio. Tanmay, thanks very much for joining us today. Very interesting. I mean, I saw your presentation. I was so excited about it. So let's start with the fact that how many developers already have certified green residential projects?
So as on date, we have about half a dozen developers, and between them about 10-12 projects that are already certified to be energy efficient under this program.
Okay.
These include 3C here in Noida, BCIL in Bangalore, Sahara in Lucknow and Nagpur, and a few others like Hiranandani in Mumbai. Some government agencies like MP Housing Board is looking at it for some of their upcoming projects.
Oh, that's very interesting.
They are all certified as energy efficient homes.
And you monitor everything. So you monitor not just their plans, but as the buildings come up, the projects come up, that they're not flouting any norms, and the guidelines are as per the Euro standards of energy efficiency building?
Right. So that's exactly the point, that unless you can prove it to the customer that they are paying for something that will really yield them savings, it will not be a credible program. So all the projects that I talked about are at the design or construction stage, and at this stage, based on the features of their projects,
right,
they are certified.
Okay.
Later on, when the projects are built, there is a follow-up which sees what is the average energy use of these projects compared to a standard development. And even at the design stage, the projects have to be at least 30% better than a typical development.
Housing project, even before you would consider it for a certificate.
For a certificate, minimum qualification.
Alright, so let's move on to the other very interesting aspect, and this is very exciting, that banks, NHB has actually managed to refinance bank loans for people who are actually buying these energy efficient homes. They get some knockoff on their home loan. Is it 10 basis point, 25 basis point? How much is that, and how is it working?
So, I'll give you the framework for this. The National Housing Bank refinances the banks and the housing finance companies. These housing finance companies then have various schemes for the customers. So as of now, 3 banks have been refinanced. And they,
which are these 3?
HDFC, Axis and LIC Housing Finance.
Pretty much covered 3 largest ones. I mean, 1 or 2
banks.
more, and then your list is complete for 70% of India's home loan business.
As of now, we know that Axis, DHFL, HDFC, ICICI, Punjab National Bank are all looking at developing a product for energy efficiency in residential.
Very interesting.
And all the housing finance companies which come directly under the National Housing Bank are specifically looking for a loan product for energy efficient for the end users.
Alright, and what does your survey say? Because you also conducted a survey amongst buyers. Would they be willing to pay that extra price? Of course, the fact that they will get a subvention on buying something which is green efficient comes later. Would they be willing to pay that extra price for a green home?
Pretty much, yes. We did a survey for Bangalore, Mumbai and Delhi. And all 3 cities, there was a willingness to pay, but it comes with a catch. Almost all the respondents to the survey said that they're willing to pay, but they're not going to trust the developer on that it is energy efficient just because they say so. Because
it's being used so loosely by developers.
Exactly.
So they need some kind of confirmation that they will actually save and recover their money. The extra that they pay, they will recover over energy saving over the next 4 to 5 years, right?
Exactly. And the features that they're putting in are actually there. So they all wanted a government kind of agency, a government agency preferably, to do that. And that's why National Housing Bank takes up that mantle, because they have the credibility and just their branding, just like the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, the BEE label, just because the BEE is behind it, has been so successful, it's the same principle that would work here.
Very interesting, Tanmay. It's such a delight to know that there's so much work happening. Developers are coming together to actually launch energy efficient residential projects. These are not 1 home, 2 homes, but projects per se. There are banks which are willing to consider making products and giving a subvention on home loans, and there's NHB backing all of this. How do you come into this whole thing? As design solution?
Right. So we are an energy efficiency and environmental consulting firms. We have 2 ends of our work. One is
we work with a number of architects, developers, builders to see specific design, construction related, what they can do in their projects to make it energy efficient. And our other end of our work is working with policymakers, government agencies to develop these schemes and implement them. So we are a part of a consortium which is supporting National Housing Bank in implementing this program. We are now, for example, developing a media campaign because this needs to go to the people now.
Right.
We're working with banks to make them aware of what is the funding available so they can design loan products for their end users.
All right, so you're basically coordinating this entire
Right.
energy efficiency project. Very interesting, Tanmay. Thanks very much for coming in. We'd like to bring you these inspiring discussions because we also want you to go out, ask your developer and actually opt if you do have options between a green energy efficient home to buy versus a typical house. Well, the choice is absolutely clear. You have to go for the energy efficient one and reduce your carbon footprint. Every little bit that we can do for our earth and for our society is absolutely the bare minimum you can do is what I'm going to say. We'll come back and keep taking your questions. Write it to us, property@ndtv.com, or just call us at the number which just came up on your screen. When we come back, Pune, to see some hot property options and evaluate key projects also in Gurgaon. What's working, what's not, which sectors are working, which are not. Alright, let's get you some property options in Pune. Mohit Singh is on the phone line with us and that's the market that he shortlisted. Hi Mohit, what's your budget and where do you want to buy in Pune?
Yeah, hi, this is Mohit. Just wanted to know, I got to know that there is some new project coming out in Pune, Hinjewadi, like Exorbia, and just wanted to know, is it a good deal to go ahead with this project because the price is very cheap but area is very less, so I need some expert advice.
Alright, Exorbia, developers, Hinjewadi, and of course it's a Hafiz contractor project.
Yeah.
I tell you what a branded name can do to a project, right?
Although I don't really think Hafiz Contractor is such a big brand because 50% of all development that happens in Mumbai or NCR happens through Hafiz Contractor. So it's a very common name now. I think Zerbia, this is a very interesting question, a very interesting project that I'm advising on because I have two views actually with respect to this project. One is the price is just mouth-watering, is 2600 to 3250 rupees a square feet on carpet area. So
Really?
effective price is about less than 2000 rupees a square feet because
It's
affordable
actually,
housing.
and
right?
most of the upcoming locations in Pune have already moved to 4,000,
Yes, so
3,500
this area is around 4,000, 3,500 to 4,000 rupees a square feet, so it's 50% below the market price because it's affordable.
So
That's
there has to be
the
a
real
catch.
positive with respect to this this project. The only concern that I have with this is that if you look at the sizes over here, they have a 3-bedroom size over here which is 569 square feet on carpet and a 1-bedroom of 230 square feet. Now my view is that this is
How
not
will
an
you fit
area,
in?
that's the big issue
No,
that I have.
I just cannot believe
I
that
can't
you're really
believe it.
telling me that in 560
69 square feet carpet,
square feet of
they
carpet
have
area, they have a
3-bedroom.
3-bedroom?
Yeah.
So what are they giving you, little bathrooms as bedrooms?
This is the only concern that I have because what I am seeing is that Hinjewadi is an area where there are IT people working, there are white collar people. They can definitely afford larger properties, larger flats, and rentals are not that high over there. So why would anybody, any IT executive want to move into a 3 BHK which is just 700 square feet, you know, on super that too. So I think that is my cause of concern with respect to this project, that although the price is great, but the sizing of this of the units over here can be a key cause of concern, because if this was a blue collared worker market, this would have been a fantastic project. It would have done really well because the pricing is 50% below. But really speaking, because of the unit size, I have concerns there that the kind of people who were working in Hinjewadi may not look into this project, and the total number of units are 3,800. The project has done phenomenally well with respect to the low cost, and there's been a lot of investors who have gone and bought, because really speaking the price with respect to this project, you can't even buy a car compared to, you know, literally buying a apartment in Hinjewadi over here. Having said that, I'll also share the details of the area with you with respect to data points, and we've got we think we've got a better project there. It's more expensive, but you'd rather be safe than sorry, you know. So total project 16, total supply 8602 units, inventory overhang is 16 months, weighted average price of this area is 4,000 rupees a square feet on super, that is. So it's really 50% more expensive than the market. Price appreciation 10% over the last 3 years, so not much price appreciation has been seen in Hinjewadi, 3.33%. And the recommendation from our side is actually Megapolis by Kumar Properties in Hinjewadi, 3,500 to 3,750 rupees a square feet. 2014 is the completion year and it's still available from the developer. And the 2.5 BHK over here is 1,305 square feet, which seems to be a reasonable size according to me.
I still can't get over it that anybody would launch a project in 700 super area for 3-bedroom. I mean, it just seems
we're not living in
extremely
Mumbai or
impossible.
Tokyo, right? So Pune does allow you that luxury of larger
Even
space.
in
So why would I
Mumbai,
not?
maximum we've seen, Sameer, is a 1 BHK, maybe squeezed in 2 BHK in that area. 3 BHK is unheard
a
of.
small 2 BHK size of Mumbai.
Right, but to be fair, even Mohit had that question. He was worried
Yeah.
about the size of the flat, and he
Right.
said like there's something
So
unbelievable.
very good insights and deduction by Mohit, I must say.
All right, Mohit. So the other project that we are recommending you go ahead and look at is Megapolis. Just to repeat it, of course, you should have seen the details, and it's by Kumar Properties is the name of the developer in Hinjewadi, Pune. Okay, I'm going to take this next email. This is from Arun Singh. He writes in and says, I have booked a flat in Landmark Residency, Dwarka Expressway. So that's the one that he's bought, Sector 103. How's this investment? Well, has paid already 35%. It's difficult to even say what should he do once he's already made his decision, but it's how's it as a sector, and then of course the Dwarka Expressway market, we can revisit it all over again.
So Dwarka Expressway, we all know now, especially if you're living in NCR, has been a market on fire for the past 2.5 years. There's been about 16,000 odd units that have been launched in the last two odd years. There's been phenomenal price appreciation, completely an investor-driven market as we speak right now.
He's bought it at 3,100, which is what's good. The pricing isn't
pricing
that bad
is fantastic,
for Dwarka
but with respect to
Expressway.
this project, there's a bit of an issue. Although it's currently trading at 4,000 rupees per square feet, the construction is yet to begin. So we're a good 4 or 5 years away to see any kind of visibility. We are told that the land is currently under dispute. So that's the other issue that you have to grapple with. So these are two concerns from our side. So we would recommend, since you've made some money, it's trading at 4,000 rupees, if you can get an exit, take an exit and buy safer projects. We've got 3 recommendations from you, so you could look at those projects over there. Coming to the data points, with Dwarka Expressway, 16 projects, 8278 units, inventory overhang is 9 months. This is with respect to sectors 99 to 107, with projects getting completed by 2016. Weighted average price is 4,300 rupees a square feet. 57% price appreciation over the last 3 years, so that's been very good, about 15% on a compounded annualized basis. You could look at better projects with better developers. Centrum Park by India Bulls, Sector 103, 3,800 rupees a square feet is the price, available from the resale market. It's getting ready in 2013. Then there's Spire Road by Millennium Spire, again Sector 103. 2014 is the completion year, available from the resale market. Price is 4,200 to 4,300 rupees a square feet.
Alright, so very quick summary of what projects you should look at, Arun, in very clear sell on the Landmark project, because if the land is still in dispute, we suggest that don't stick around with it. Whatever money you've made, take it, run and buy something out of this or any other good projects which are coming up. Centrum Park, India Bulls Real Estate is the name of the company, Spire Wood, Millennium Spire, and these are the 2 projects that we recommend. Okay, there's time to take just one last question. Rajesh Kumar, budget 1.7 crore, has a query. I'm an NRI, basically from Mumbai. We are looking to buy a residential property in Mumbai. This would initially be for investment. Later, I would want to live in this property. Areas that I would like to focus on are Chembur, Kanjur Marg, Bandup in Central Harbour Line, and Andheri Goregaon Western Line, Ghatkopar, Powai. He's saying that he's hearing about an oversupply in the Mumbai market and the fact that prices are going to go down in 6 months. I think we deal with this question every week here on the property show, isn't it?
Yeah, so we
subscribe. Is there a SMS going around saying
I think
Mumbai prices are going to go down?
Markets very soon, for sure. So Mumbai Mumbai city is an area of concern with respect to pricing and oversupply and all the other issues that come along with real estate. Prices have shot up quite a lot over the last 3 years. So under construction market is under a bit of a pressure. But any time to buy in Mumbai is a good time if you're an end user. Especially now, because I think you can negotiate with some developers and get good deals sitting across the table. We've been always maintaining that, and if you can do some group buying, you'll really benefit at this point in time. So our research shows that Ghatkopar and Andheri are the high performing areas out of the shortlisted market that you have specified. Ghatkopar has excellent connectivity to both Navi Mumbai, LBS Marg, Eastern Expressway, Highway. Through all these roads, you have great connectivity. Andheri East is strategically located in western suburbs and has excellent connectivity via the Andheri-Kurla road, and both areas have got great proximity to employment generation zones, especially in Malad area and Andheri as well. So you could look at these 2-3 locations that we've recommended. Ghatkopar has about 10 odd projects, Andheri 14. Inventory overhang in Ghatkopar is 10 months, Andheri is about 16 months. Total supply 1616 units in Ghatkopar, Andheri is 2472. Weighted average price of Ghatkopar is 11,905 rupees a square feet, whereas Andheri is about 12,326 rupees a square feet. As you can see, Mumbai never goes down. Price appreciation 41% over the last 2.5 years in Ghatkopar, and Andheri is about 51%. So you're very safe in Mumbai. If you're an investor and you're looking at a 10-year horizon, you still will not go wrong even if you buy at a high price. Recommended projects from our side: the address by Vadva Group, Ghatkopar, 12,500 rupees a square feet, completion date 2014. Available from the developer. Vasant Oasis by Shade Developers, Andheri East, 11,000 rupees a square feet. Getting ready in 2014, available from the developer. Proxima by Dudwala Group, Andheri East, 12,000 rupees a square feet. 2015 is the completion year, available from the developer.
Well, Rajesh, also watch out our real estate debate of this week, which is tomorrow. How real is the slowdown in real estate? You would probably get some answers there as well. Quick summary: the address by Vadva Group is the project you should look at. Vasant Oasis, Shade Developers, Proxima by Dudwala Group. All right, that brings us to the end of the show. Sameer, thanks very much for taking all our questions. We'd love to get your feedback, so do write in at property@ndtv.com. Goodbye and thanks so much for joining us.